because I think I'm going to go store everything in this chest over here. So we had composter in that. There's cobblestone being generated here, so we can throw cobblestone in here for now. I'm going to keep a small stack just so I can climb to the roof and grab things, but I think that should be fine. I'll store this stuff in here for now. Store this, because these are coming from the houses anyway. I'm trying to grab as many glass panes, so just in case I accidentally, like, punch this window out, at the very least I have extras. I'll throw a boat in here for now, and I'll throw the buckets in here too. Just to kind of keep them here. And I'll kind of just replant everything. So we're going to have a surface base. That's going to be kind of cool. I kind of did that during 1.13. I kind of had like a little base area kind of thing. Also, for the channel anniversary, I'm going to go and I'm going to go through all of the different versions of Rosaria base, or for Reza base, or whatever it was called. So we're going to go through each and every version that I've ever had of it. So like the very, very original. So when it I think it wasn't usually a ship, but we're going to go through the very, very first version, and then I'm going to show off each and every version change since then. Because I think that's going to be really, really cool. And I actually want to show it off too, because I think that it's a really interesting thing. Because I originally built, I think the original, I almost said structure, the original base of it during beta, Minecraft beta 1.13, I think? Or no, not 1.13, 1.3. So it's been a while. I even have the world that it's a part of too. So I can actually like show it off too. So I think that'd be a wonderful idea, because then at the very least we do a little bit of history with that. Plus it's something that I'm actually very interested in, because I actually want to see how far I remember as well. But just to spoil a little bit of it, it's actually one of my early worlds too. I've created, I think, 2 worlds previous before the world that originally housed it. I think the first world it's definitely lost to time. There's no way I can get it back. Then the second world, I was very unfortunate where there was like very little coal for where I was, so I kind of just ditched it. And then the world that you will pretty much maybe I'll show off the world, I don't know yet, but the world that I might show off, I might just show off the building itself. That one, for that world, I was able to find a lot of coal, so I kept the world, and then I did a whole bunch of this was back when I think there was a separate application called Inventory Edit, and I think I got into the habit of using it too much, because I didn't like the whole mining aspect, or at least there was no way of speeding it up. So there was like no way for you to like go like instant mine all this like entire structure in like 2 minutes pretty much. No, there was like, this would take you like an hour pretty much, because Diamond didn't have the enchantment, plus it had like its normal speed rate, so it's not like you can easily go through all this and go, alright, I'm done. I'm not even doing my enchanting trick too, but it's fine. It's probably because I'm trying to keep all the gold as much as possible for the piglins. But yeah. But I think it should be a really fun thing to kind of do, is just go back through time, at least in my case, go back through time and then show off like how much I've kind of evolved as a Minecraft player. And I think what I'll do is I'll kind of make a world specifically for that purpose after this session, maybe after I add the nether quartz thing, and give payment where payment is due. Yeah, I accidentally stripped one of these and I just started to strip all of them because, you know, consistency. I'm waiting for this to actually say it's daytime, so I'm actually just running around so there's actually something to look at. Actually, maybe you can find a mob, maybe? No? Can't find one? Okay. At least that kind of acts like a beacon, so you can like see it from far and go, I'm back at base, and then you could probably fall and die. That'd be kind of fun. Actually, can I do that cool door trick, actually? So there's a cool door trick that's out, and I kind of got it working for the base. No? Maybe it only works for single doors, I don't know. But like you can kind of do this. Perfect. Yes, it actually works the same way. So mobs will actually think that the door is actually closed. So they'll try and go here and they'll stay up here. Because they don't think that the doors are actually open. They think that it's closed. But to us, we go like, oh, the door's open. And then we walk right in. I want to spawn a zombie just to kind of show it off. But I did it for the base specifically because, like, I thought it would be kind of cool. And I might also change the door because I didn't like the oak doors that much. Actually, let's see. Hey, zombie. Oh, zombie didn't really survive. Okay, so let's go make some greenery. Let's put the oxeye daisy there. Let's put the dandelion over here. Let's go throw in the poppy over here. Let's throw in an oak tree and another oak tree. And there we go. Alright, let's go and do this. Then we'll mine that structure, and then we will slowly go our way down. Hi there, buddy. There you go. So that sharpness is really coming in handy right now. Did I grab your bed yet? No, I didn't. Okay, we'll grab your bed. There you go. Perfect. I'll go up. And then we'll start slowly breaking this down. Yeah, because I think showing off like how I used to build in beta and showing how like new everything else is. Because back then there was very few like sort of not just YouTubers, but just any sort of like website that showed like, oh yeah, this is how you can make a cool table design and all that stuff. Like there's very little things that we could end up doing. I think that was back when I actually like was sort of hoping that they would act like they would have like blocks being able to be used like furniture kind of thing. Like one of my sort of hopes is that they create like a bookshelf kind of a design where you can actually have a bookshelf that acts like a chest, but its storage is restricted for books. Like I think that would be kind of a cool idea, because just in case you're like a map creator, or not just like a map creator, but just like someone that likes to create has or is on like a giant server, has a bunch of people that like write books. Specifically, you can go to them and go like, hey, you know what, I want that that one book that you made like in 2017 or whatever. You can store it in like a bookshelf like that. I think that'd be kind of cool idea. I know there's I don't know if it works still, but I know there was a glitch, or maybe it's a feature, I don't know. But I know there was a way you can actually glitch a minecart with chest inside of a bookshelf, and it sort of does the same functionality, but I kind of just want it to be like a normal vanilla feature. Something else that I'm also sort of confused as well is that like I thought when oh, my axe broke. Great. I have nothing to replace it with. Okay, well I'll go and pick up everything and then I'll kind of just shovel my way back and make another axe. But yeah, like I thought when 1.16 came out, or no, what was it? 1.14, they added the smithing table and the fletching table, and there was no functionality for them. And then I think they said that 1.15 already has a theme, but for 1.16 they were gonna add a function to both. Maybe I was misinformed. I don't know. Because when 1.16 came around and smithing tables got a function, but the fletching table didn't, I was really confused. Because if you add a function to one, you should add it to both. Alright, yeah, I need another one of these. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to be right back. Sorry about that. Somebody was being very loud, and I didn't want it to be in the recording because it was very annoying. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go and dismantle this into iron. Very cool. We're going to go make an iron axe. And then we're going to continue with where we left off. Don't get me wrong, we are going to end up making a auto smelter. Now that we have a lot of iron, I can actually end up doing it. But I kind of don't want to do it right away. I don't want to say right away, but that's pretty much where I'm thinking of right now, is that I don't want to make it like almost instantly, because you know what, we kind of need it. And if I kind of want to use lava buckets, then, well, it's going to use up a lot more materials because I have to use the lava bucket. That's going to be more iron, but I think I'm going to use up... I think the best way to use it is to use blocks of coal, because blocks of coal is actually a much more... I don't want to say usable, but it's a much more useful fuel, because it's more efficient than using 9 pieces of coal, because it acts like 10, but you use up 9 to make it. Which is really useful, plus if you need more, go to a cave. I kind of wish that they ended up making a block of charcoal as well, but it's fine. And before anybody says, like, you could also just make it so 9 charcoal makes a block of coal. I could. But the thing is that, like, we don't want to add, like, a lot of features that shouldn't actually be in the game, because then it kind of gets into the point where people are like, oh yeah, because this item wasn't released as a normal, like, you know, whatever, can we add it to Sercacraft? It's like, we don't want to add it too much of anything. Like, one thing that we did add, because it used to be craftable, but they took it away. I don't know if there was a reason for it, but we put it back in. Is we can now make the god apples, or notch apples, or however you want to call it. We added that back in. You could be able to craft it before, and it's not like the golden apples actually take its recipe. It actually uses up a different recipe, so it's really confusing. But we added it back in specifically because of the fact that it's more of a late game item anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, nobody's gonna, like... Actually, I'm gonna need a boat, which is kind of funny because I moved all my boats over here. Yeah, I think I really need to make that sugarcane farm better. Also, when we go back in, or when we go to 1.17, when I do end up moving the island back in, there may be a change. So I have been thinking of doing something different with the island as well. So I was also thinking of adding a farm system underneath. So that way, though, when you start off, if you're if you can't find a good area to start off with, you can stay on the spawn island for as long as you want, and you can kind of use whatever you really want as your normal sort of whatever. So there'll be like an underground complex underneath the trade hall, where I'll have like every farm, probably minus a few like nether wart and probably kelp, maybe, because kelp's right here. specifically just so that like if you need, like, let's say you want to have potatoes, you can make potatoes, or if you want wheat, you can get wheat, or if you want beetroot, you can get beetroot, like that kind of thing. But what I might end up doing is I'll probably make the area, but I'll wait until somebody donates that sort of farming material. And then maybe what I'll end up doing is we will demolish all of the farms for each version. So like when 1.18, so if I make the farms now kind of thing, and 1.18 nobody wants to or nobody donates anything for the farm. Is it this block? I forget what the geode is. Is it this one? That's my silk touch one. I don't want to use that. Actually, I'll just use this one. Oh, I found iron. Awesome. I'll take that since I'm going to be using it later anyway.